Hey South, it's Jessica with Rock on Jag, brought to you by Brutal Films for Jag TV. Today I am here with Steven from Black Tide. He is the drummer. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Wonderful weather we're having here
Yeah.
in Tropical Storm Lee.
Absolutely, it's crazy out there right now. Thank you for coming to me.
No problem.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question is, what's behind your name, the name of the band?
We've had, there are a few different reasons that we had to have a name change. We used to be called Radio back in the day. Throughout the first recording process of our first record, we were kind of nameless for about 6 months, and then we decided on a name called Black Tide, and there were a few different meanings, but at the point we're at now, all of those are just insignificant because Black Tide has come to mean so much more than what it did before, and that just it's who we are. It's our lifestyle.
So tell me about the journey from playing from local spots to a national tour like this one.
I mean, it's insane. We've been very fortunate with everything that we've done. Right now, we're on the Rockstar Energy Drink Uproar Festival, and it's the second annual one, so it's going to be all the time. But last year was the first one, and it's amazing. We've been very fortunate. We've done Mayhem Fest, and our first huge tour, or our first tour, was Ozfest in 2007, which was our singer at the point was 14 years old. So that was huge for anyone, let alone a 14-year-old or a bunch of teenagers on the road. We've just been very fortunate throughout the past few years just to be able to perform and do what we want to on a huge level like this.
You have worked with Johnny K.
Correct.
Who has worked with bands like Plain White Tees,
Right.
Disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
How was it working with him on your debut album?
It was awesome. Johnny K had a lot to bring to the table for us because at that point it was just a learning experience. We didn't really know what to do or to expect when it came to creating a full-length album. So it was our first experience. I feel like we're still learning to this day. We're always learning, and we like to soak up as much as we can from other people that have been in the business for a while. And this last record that we just put out, we actually have a record that just came out this week called Mortem, and we worked on it with a couple of different producers. And the thing I like about working with multiple producers is it's just about like kind of a separation of powers, if you will. It's like checks and balances. If one, it's kind of like majority rules, and that's how we like to do it.
What are some of the techniques that you use when trying to create your vision for a song?
The good thing about Black Tide is we really have no agenda. All we like to do is be creative. So whenever we're motivated, things that we've been through, our relationships, losses, anything that we're going through, if it comes down time to write, we'll put that down, and that's what we like to do. We just like to be creative, honestly.
So if you had a chance to do a crossover song, what other band or artist would you choose and why?
Oh man, that's so difficult. I don't know. I never really thought about that. We've been fortunate enough to be out with a bunch of friends on this tour. The guys of Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine, and a bunch of the guys that are out on this tour. If you want to check out everyone on the bill, just check out the website. But we've got a lot of friends on this tour, and it's always good reconnecting with them. So it would be cool to collaborate with one of these guys.
What are some of the challenges you have faced as a band, and how do you get through those times?
At first, we had the whole stigma, or I wouldn't necessarily say stigma, but it was our age was a big factor. Being so young. We were out on the road. I was 18 when we left, and Gabriel was 14. So that's like the spectrum of us. I'm the oldest, and he's the youngest in the band. So that's why I say those ages. But yeah, we were out on the road, and we were kind of getting a lot of heat because we were so young. But once people realized that we were a real band, and we are a real band, and we can play our instruments, and we do, and we write our own songs, then they kind of believed in us, and they see us, and they come out to the shows, and they really, they're behind us no matter what.
Is there any talks about a third album in the works?
This one literally just came out last week.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
it's called Mortem, and it's available anywhere music is sold. You can get it online or Best Buy, Hot Topic, wherever you want. But yeah, we're always writing songs, and we're creating as musicians, and we're always growing collectively and as individuals. No actual talks of a third one, but it's gonna happen. And one thing I want to stress is, like, yes, Light from Above was us at that point, and we always want to be true to ourselves, and we're always growing and changing. And Postmortem is us now, and we're never going to put out the same record twice. We don't want to do that. That's just boring. That's redundant, and that's not who we are. So our next album is gonna be, it's gonna be a progression. So we're just excited to see if people that really like us are gonna be along for the ride. That's what we want.
For your newer fans who
Right.
maybe haven't heard any of your music, what songs would you suggest to them to listen to first?
Well, right now we have a single out called "That Fire," and if you want, you could check out the music video online, or a bunch of different songs out. It's just our new album is called "Mortem," and I mean, I'm in love with all the tracks on it. So hopefully you guys will be too.
What advice would you have to some students who want to get into the music industry?
I would say, you can't stress enough practice, and it's about the right kind of practice. If you're practicing the wrong thing all day, then you're just wasting your time. So you have to really focus on the right things. Research, learn from other people. Really, if you really want it and if you really believe in it, then anything's possible, and just stick with it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.